Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols. I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today from Ascension Press, we have the Great Adventure Catholic Bible. And ever since I've been reviewing Catholic material, I've been having people clamoring for me to review the Great Adventure Bible. So here it is. I finally decided to do it. So let's take a look at a few of the things. First of all, this cover is really nice. Now this is called an Alpha Cowhide cover, and this is not cowhide. This is a synthetic leather. Holy Bible on the cover, has a little compass on the cover. Spine work, you can see, is pretty good. Got some nice stamp work there. Two single-sided ribbons, one red and one gold to kind of accent the Bible. And this is a paper liner. I don't see any reinforcement tape here, but this paper feels kind of clothy, like it might be thick and more durable. So I'd say this may actually last. Now, the most important thing you can really see on this Bible, and it's the thing that I want to show you to help you understand how it works, is the little chart they give you in order to understand it. This is the title page. It's printed in China, and also on the title page they let you know this is a leather-like cover. This is not cowhide, so that can be confusing. Make sure you know that going in, because you'll be quite disappointed if you think you're buying a cowhide Bible and it ends up being a fake leather, because that's what this is. You can see at the ends of the pages here all these different color codes. Those mean something in the timeline. This Bible is based off the Great Adventure Bible Study, which is a timeline of the scripture that's broken down into 12 different timelines, and it's designed to help you read the Bible in chronological order. Now, this does include the Apocrypha, as you would expect with a Catholic Bible, and it has a table of contents where it shows you all the index of articles, charts, maps, and key events, which are very important to understanding how this Bible works. Once you get into the chart that shows you how this thing works, that's where it's really important. So these are color codes, and these color codes let you know which of the 12 time periods you're in. It starts off with the early world and then moves all the way into the church age. And another thing is, these are the books that you read. So you don't read the entire Bible with this Great Adventure plan. The books under it are the supporting books that help you kind of get the fuller story. So they're not saying these books aren't as important. They're just saying if you want to follow the Great Adventure Bible reading plan and read the Bible chronologically in 3 months, then this is the plan you need to stick with. And this shows you the 3-month plan, what to read, how to read it, and walks you through this plan. Another cool thing is it tells you why each color exists. For example, the early world is the light blue because that's the color that you would see the world from space. This one is hilarious. It says that the blue one is the exile period because Judah was singing the blues in Babylon. Come on, folks, that's clever. I thought that was hilarious. This little asterisk area here lets you know that just because the Bibles are listed as narrative and supplemental books does not mean they view them as any less inspired. They're just not part of the Great Adventure Bible reading plan, which includes these 12 periods of time that are color-coded, and then these are keys to help you remember the colors and why. The Red Sea parting, of course, that would be red, and then Israel's darkest period would be in black, the divided kingdom, the royal kingdom purple. So it really kind of makes sense. So once you figure this out, then you see these color codes and you see the blue here. You go to the beginning of that, and each of the beginning, now these are not at the beginning of every book introduction. These are only at the beginning of every period. And what they do is it's color-coded. This is the early world. They give you the narrative books that this covers. This only covers 11 chapters. They give you the supplemental books that you can read in order to help expand this story. They give you God's family plan in this, which is ultimately to have one holy family. They tell you what's going on in the northern countries, what's going on in the land of Canaan, what's going on in Egypt and the south, who is the world power at that time, and then what's going on in secular history. So you'll see these kind of fill in as you get deeper and deeper into this plan. So what you do is once you see the next color code, you move on, and that lets you know that you're moving into a new time period. For example, this one is the patriarchal period, and it's in the middle of Genesis. So again, these introductions and articles introduce each time period, not each book. And it gives you a lengthy article telling you what's going on in the world at that time. So this is really cool. I like the way this is laid out. This is a 9.5 font, and it's laid out in double column. It has references and notes on the bottom, and then it has key events all throughout. Again, these are all indexed in the table of contents, so you'll know where they are if you just want to jump to one. Every now and then, you will see one that has 2 colors in it. When you see that, you know that it's dealing with 2 time periods. Now, if you remember, the black is because it's in Israel's darkest period, and then the blue one is when they were in exile because Judah was singing the blues. I just think that is just hysterical. I love it. Let's move into the New Testament real quick, and then you can see this is a red letter text, and the red looks really kind of a dark burgundy. It's not like a traditional red that you're going to see. It's actually nice and readable. This is a well done Bible. This is a sewn binding. Of course, they don't have the edges gilded because then that would hide your little color codes there. I've seen some people do some art dye and different things like that. I would just leave it as is. But once you get to the end of the Bible, we got some pages for notes. Got the book of Revelation. And these maps are really unique. These are great adventure maps of salvation history. It just kind of takes you through the history of God's people. And some of these are going to be sideways. So really cool. This is a neat tool. And while I'm not Catholic, I can definitely appreciate their efforts to make the Bible more readable and more accessible for people. This is in the RSVCE 2nd edition, so it is going to be updated. It's not going to have some of the these and thous that you're used to in the RSV, so it's going to be a little bit easier to read. And it's a nice layout, excellent Bible. I would love to see them offer this in more of a leather cover. Anyhow, there you have it. Keep calm, Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.